Hello, and this is Big Bang Bot. Today I'll be reviewing Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64. Now, as for this game's development, it started off as a caveman, time-traveling, real-time strategy game, but then it was changed into a kart racer called Wild Cartoon Kingdom, which had an adventure mode based on Walt Disney World. No, really, it did. Or it was going to. And then the game's name was changed into Adventure Racers, and then it was changed into RC Pro-Am 64. Minus the RC bit. And then, while they were making Pro-Am 64, Shigeru Miyamoto came in and said, "Hey, you know what would be awesome?" "What?" "The ability to play as Diddy Kong." And the man was like, okay, maybe it didn't go like that, because Miyamoto might have been speaking Japanese, but whatever. Anyway, the game turned into Diddy Kong Racing, and then it was released on the N64 on November 14th, 1997 in North America, and November 21st, 1997 in Japan and Europe. Now, the game has received very positive reviews, and it even got a remake on the DS in 2007, but I won't be looking into that version at all, so if you want to know more about that version, go on to Super Mario Wiki or something like that, or play the actual game. But we'll be looking at the N64, so I'm gonna play the game! Let's play the game still sounds better, but whatever. Can I join you, Big Bang Bot? Diddy? What are you doing here? I want to review my game with you! You're reviewing the game, so I want to review the game, and it's my game, and I want to be in your review on it! No, but just go, Diddy! Please! Oh, alright, Diddy, you can join me. Yay! I can be in your review! That's so awesome! But don't be annoying, Diddy. Okay. The story of this game is that, well, there's a tournament with Diddy Kong. That's me! And a whole bunch of other characters. But all of a sudden, an evil force comes under the name of Whiz Pig, a big fat pig who claims that he's really fast, and instead of doing the sensible solution by calling Sonic the Hedgehog, these characters decide to go in this racing tournament to try and beat Whiz Pig. The story is, wait, Big Bang Bot, what? You forgot to mention that we had to do all of this stuff before Timber's parents got back. Stupid me! How could I forget such a thing? But anyway, the story is meh, but it's a racing game, so I don't beep and care. Plus, after Timber's parents got back, Timber left, hoping that Diddy Kong wouldn't tell Timber's parents what happened. And I did! In the game, there are a total of 10 playable characters. You start off with 8, but then you unlock these 2. But anyway, the characters are, and they will tell you who they are.
I'm Diddy! Whoa!
My name's Crunch.
I'm Coco. Hey, it's TikTok. I'm TT. Whoa!
My name's Tom.
My name's Papa.
I'm Banjo.
You're very lazy, Big Bang Bot. I know. I'm not going to go into detail on all these character stats, but all I'm going to say is, I'm average, and we all know what Big Bang Bot thinks about average.
I love
Pipsy is slow as beep, Banjo is very fast, and TT is basically Jesus. As a clock. In a car. And a hovercraft and aeroplane. Yeah, he's really fast.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
The game plays like any other Mario Kart game, as if you simply have to race through 3 laps and win the race. And don't let TT win because he's just plain evil.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Now the game has an adventure mode inspired by Walt Disney World! In Florida, I guess, because that's the only Walt Disney World there is, because all the others are Disneyland, but hey, whatever. Big Bang Bot, turn this beep off right now before my ears die! No! Do it, Big Bang Bot, or else I will kill you! Okay. That's better. If you say so. Shall we get back to the review now? I guess. Yay! In this adventure mode, you basically have to collect balloons, which you can get by finding them in the hub world. Or, oh come on, these balloons can sometimes be really hard to get. By winning races! Where Taj, the genie of the island, who has like the best Indian accent ever, gives you a balloon after you come in first in any race ever! Your voice is annoying, Diddy. I know! God, I love his voice. There's a total of 47 balloons, so gotta catch them all! This isn't Pokemon, Diddy. I know it's not. Just shut up, Diddy. Shut up. These balloons are essential because you can't go into races without them, and if you want to race Whizpig for the second time, you need every single one of those balloons. In fact, you need everything. Shall we explain everything else? I was going to do that, Diddy! There are a total of 5 worlds in this game, and are you going to call them by their cliches? Of course I'm going to, Diddy! You know me way too well. There's Dinosaur World! Snow World! Tropical World! Village World, and last but not least, now each world has a total of 4 tracks, each with 1 balloon. When you win a race, well, we already told you, you get a balloon. I mean, it's really simple. After you win all the races, you have to fight a boss, and there's one in each world. In the dinosaur world, you race as Stegosaurus. I keep getting confused with both of them for whatever reason. In the snow world, you race a walrus, who is like the easiest boss in the whole game and probably the only easy boss in the game. I mean, I beat him on my first try both times, and I'll get into that a bit later. In the tropical world, you race an octopus who throws bubbles on your second time racing him. Big Bang Bot! What? I don't know if you realise, but that octopus poops his bubbles. You mean he takes a with his bubbles? That's just disgusting! And in the villagey forest world, you race a fire-breathing dragon, and his fireballs are really annoying! As for the space world, or future Funland, I'll get into that later because it's a bit different. And you're just going to annoy me if you keep talking to me about this stuff. I'd also like to mention that Taj challenges you to a race for each vehicle in the game, which I'll get into later, and he's just interrupting my playthrough, so I can't race that silly Triceratopsy Stegosaurus until I beat stupid Taj, but his races are really easy, so I shouldn't get too angry. Once you beat a boss, that boss will talk to you with his magic, because animals can't use talk, so it's magic. And and the boss tells you to try the new challenge. But before you can try the new challenge, you need to collect silver coins from every level. And I don't know if you can still hear what he's saying or if you can read what he's saying, but whatever. Big Bang Bot will explain this stuff to you, and Taj gives you hints on how to play the game. But there's one important one he forgot. What's that, Big Bang Bot? Why, it's this. Mash A to speed the up. In these silver coin challenges, what you have to do is that you have to race through a track and collect 8 silver coins with a Nintendo 64 logo on. And if you collect all 8 and come in first place, you win a balloon. And it can sometimes get hard in some tracks. And I mean hard. Well, he means hard. Seriously, some of these tracks may not be that bad, but other tracks are an absolute nightmare. I mean, they are just so annoying sometimes. Okay, Big Bang Bot, calm down. Okay, I'll calm down. Because this track is not that hard when it comes to the silver coin challenges, but others are. After you collect all of the silver coins in every track, you can fight the boss again, or race the boss again. And they're even harder than they were last time. And this is where I'm going to mention the difficulty of the bosses. Let me just say this. The bosses are, especially your second time racing them, hard. With the exception of the Walrus, which I didn't actually find that hard, these bosses can be so annoying. I mean, these bosses are hard, they have annoying tracks, they have annoying attacks. These bosses are just so annoying. Calm down, Big Bang Bot, they can't be that bad. Well, guess what? Unless you're TT, these bosses are beeping nightmares. Didn't you mean ing? Yes, I did, Diddy Kong. Thank you for correcting me. Once you beat a boss for the second time, you earn a quarter of the Wizpig amulet. And once you collect all 4 pieces, you can race Wizpig himself. Warning, Big Bang Bot is about to get very angry, so be warned. Before you race with Pig, he says you can't beat him, and you will think, I can beat him alright, but then you race him, and then you just realise how hard he is. He may not look difficult, but trust me, he is. He's faster than you. His track is so annoying, you can never see what's coming up. There's a lot of water, which slows you down a lot in a car. He's way faster than you, which is really annoying. And the boosters are so hard to get, and if you miss too many of them, it's absolutely fatal. You will not win. Wizpig is just that hard. I hate Wizpig. Wizpig can go die in a pool of lava from space, and he just needs to die. After you beat a boss for the second time, you basically go to a trophy race where the game basically turns into Mario Kart. Once you win all of the trophy cups, you can go to future Funland and race through some more tracks. Future Funland is like the other worlds, but the main differences are that you do not fight a boss twice. You need to get all of the balloons in order to race Wizpig for the second time. And there's no other challenge which I haven't mentioned yet. Big Bang Bot is talking about is that there's a door, and basically you do not have the key for the door. Oh yes I do, Diddy Kong. No you don't. Yes I do, Diddy. The key is right here, you stupid monkey. Oh, I'd love to see you try put it in the hole. Oh, I will put it in the hole, Diddy. What? I can't put this key in the hole! Why not? You do realise that you did this joke in your Spiral Dragon review. I know, but I'm still making a point, Diddy. Whatever. You gotta find the key in the actual levels, guys. Why didn't you tell me that before, Diddy? I just didn't, okay? These keys hide in the levels, well, except for the first level, but basically when you find the key and when you go back to the hub world, the key will go into the hole and then you can play a mini game. In the dinosaur world, you basically have to collect dinosaur eggs, take them back to your base, and hatch 3 of them before your opponents do. And this is the worst one in the entire game. In the ice and the tropical world, it's you basically have Mario Kart style death battle, and in the foresty villagey world, you basically have to get 10 bananas to your base first. And by the way, you can only collect 2, which sucks. I want to eat as many bananas as possible, yet I can only eat 10. That beeping sucks. I know that it sucks, Diddy. Plus, you forgot to honk your horn when you said that word. Oh, come on. I'm so stupid sometimes. When you win these, you win a piece of the TT amulet, and once you collect all of these pieces and all of the balloons, you can race Whiz Pig again. And all I can say about this race with Whiz Pig is that it's not as bad as the first one. That's all I'm saying. It's not as bad as the first one. Yes, it is still pretty hard, but it's still better than the first one. I mean, even as TT, I had trouble fighting the first Whiz Pig or racing the first Whiz Pig, but this race wasn't as hard. And once you beat this race, congratulations, you have completed a great game and proved the justice of our culture. Now go and rest our heroes. This isn't the NES version of Ghostbusters, this is Diddy Kong Racing, stupid. Oh, I don't care, Diddy Kong. You still beat the game and win. Well, fair enough. But it's still not Ghostbusters on the NES. Just to let you know, after you beat the game gives a little teaser for the sequel, which never happened. And I also mentioned the mess to Timber's parents. Big Bang Bot? What? You haven't talked about the gameplay. Yes, I have. Well, you haven't gone into all the details, such as bananas make you go faster, but that's barely even noticeable. But you forgot to mention the power-up system and the other vehicles. You're right, Diddy. And you haven't mentioned the controls, or the graphics, or the music. I'm going to carry on, Diddy, okay? Okay, I was just telling you. Okay, I'll carry on. After you beat Whiz Pig for the second time, you unlock Adventure 2, which is basically the adventure mode, but basically in Mario Kart's mirror mode. All the balloons are bluish and the silver coins are moved in the track. Get onto the power-up system! Okay, Diddy! Buddha! The power-ups are stored in balloons. There aren't that many balloons, but each balloon gives you a separate power-up, and there aren't that many balloons, and I'll be using a GameCube controller to show you what each balloon does. But you did that in your... I know that I did it in my spy review, Diddy Kong. Now just shut the... up. Blue gives you a boost, red gives you missiles, green gives you oil, yellow and purple gives you a shield, and rainbow gives you a magnet. You do realise that the N64 controller has all the colours you need. I do know, Diddy, but I don't care. Now here's the cool thing about the power-ups, and I mean really cool. Now, when you collect a balloon, you collect a power-up. I'm going to use missiles for the example. When you collect a red balloon and collect a missile, you just get a missile. However, if you collect 2 red balloons without collecting any other power-ups, you get a homing missile. And that's not it, because if you collect 3 red balloons without collecting any other balloons, you get 10 big red missiles! You mean ing. Yes, I do, but I have the missiles, so I could use that joke. Fair enough, Diddy. Fair enough. This game also has vehicles, a total of 3. You have your regular cars, which are actually the best vehicles in the game. The only problem with the cars is that the cars absolutely suck in the water. I mean, cars suck in water in real life, but these cars are just not meant for water. This especially sucks when you're racing against Whizpig, because since his track is just so annoying, you will keep falling into the water, and that water will slow you down so much, and it just makes me want to kill a ink puppy! There's also planes, which you can fly in, and as you'd expect, you can practically fly over everything. Now, the planes are cool, and they are fun, but the controls for the planes aren't perfect. I mean, you will crash quite a lot, and there are some annoying things about the controls, but I'll get into that a bit later. But there is one thing that you can do in the planes. And last but not least are the hovercrafts. Now these are the worst vehicles in the game. I mean, they're stiff, they're not that fast, and overall they're the least fun to use, in my opinion. I agree with you, driving those hovercrafts was really hard. In fact, driving the planes was easier. Actually, no it wasn't. The planes were actually kind of slippery, but I hope you still get my point. As for controls, all 3 vehicles have different controls, but as for the things that are the same, you accelerate with A, brake with B, change your camera view with up C, change from the map to the speedometer with right C, drift with R, and do a sharper turn while holding R and B. But as for the rest of the car is the most simple. I don't really say anything else about the car. I mean, you can mash A to go faster in any vehicle, but the car, those are basically all of the controls for the car. That's nice and simple. The cars do control pretty well, but these hovercrafts are stiff. Let me just say that. They basically control the same, only that you can jump with R, and they work a lot better in water. These are more stiff, and they're less fun to use. And last but not least, and the most interesting vehicle to talk about, or just vehicle because it's not plural. Yeah, Big Bang Boy, it's not plural. Shut up, Diddy. For the planes, you hold down to go up and up to go down, but you still use left to go left and left to go, right to go right. Yeah, Big Bang Bot, get your directions correct. Okay, Diddy, I will. And if you press R twice, you can basically do a flip. And if you're holding left or right while pressing R multiple times, you can basically... Okay, that's enough of that. But the plane just controls the worst, in my opinion. It may not be stiff, but it's just slippery. First off, the hitbox on the plane, at least to me, feels a bit bigger than it should be. That and the flipping and the barrel rolling is just weird. I mean, if you mash the button enough times, your plane might do an extra barrel roll or flip, and the flips are just useless. You would never need to do them in a race. The barrel rolls are useful because they make you go faster, but the flips are useless. I usually hold R after I do a few barrel rolls just in case I do an extra one. And when I do an extra one, I usually crash into a wall. And that is just so annoying. And that's when I don't even press R. So yeah, the planes are the most flawed in control, but they don't control terribly. They still work. The graphics for an N64 game released in 1997, they look really nice. They're bright and colourful, all the textures look nice, the characters look pretty good, and overall, it looks nice. While it's not the best looking game on the N64, it was released in 1997, so I can forgive it, and the game still looks very appealing to look at. And the graphics have definitely aged better than the graphics in Mario Kart 64, which just look weird to me. It was an N64 game released in 1996. I know, but the pre-rendered characters mixed into these polygonal levels just look so weird to me. And by the way, Big Bad Bot has played Mario Kart 64, he's just too lazy to record his own footage. Why did you have to tell them that, Diddy Kong? Just wanted to. Just stop annoying me, Diddy Kong, okay? The music in this game is great. It's catchy, it's upbeat, and overall it's just memorable. The music was one thing I have remembered from this game for a long time, even before I played it. And that's just great. I can't decide what my favourite song is, but I can definitely tell you that some of my favourites include the music in Jungle Falls. The music against both fights with Whizpig. The sound effects in this game are just basic, and I don't really want to talk about them. They're just basic, and they're not annoying at all. And the voice acting is actually pretty entertaining, in a stupid way. I mean, I really do enjoy the voices of all the bosses and characters. And Taj! Oh my god, Taj! Marry me! I love this guy, his voice is the best! realise that it'll be pretty disturbing if you married Taj, since he's basically an Indian elephant. Shush, Diddy! I can be both racially and animally friendly. Is there even such thing as animalism? No, but there is such thing as animal abuse. I guess so. Are there any bad things, Big Bang Bot? Well, other than the questionable controls for the boat and the plane, and it's a hovercraft, Big Bang Bot. Oh, shut up, Diddy. And the absurd difficulties against the bosses, not really, except for this beeper.
Hi there, I'm
TT! Basically, TT is the game's time trial mode, and once you get a good enough time trial mode, you can race TT. It may not sound that bad, but TT is not a beginner staff Ghost from Mario Kart Wii, and he's not Oxide from Crash Team Racing either. No, he is a beeping nightmare. He is just so annoying. Now, surely he's not that hard on some tracks, and being aware of speedrun strats does make him easier. TT is still really annoying, and I can definitely see why some people hate TT so much. I mean, TT, his parents, everything to do with TT, he sucks. TT deserves to die, and he's so annoying. And if you manage to beat all of his times, you unlock him, and he is basically the best character in the whole game. And when you unlock him, this will basically be your reaction.
You've beaten all my times. Now you can pick me.
Earlier in the review, Big Bang Bot mentioned that TT is basically Jesus as a clock. Well, that is true, because TT is basically overpowered as B. And we mean B, because TT is just so fast, it makes all the bosses so much easier. Except for the first race with Wizpig, that's still pretty hard. And it's just so satisfying unlocking him. One more thing I don't like is that when you beat Adventure 2, you get nothing at all. You don't get any rewards, you get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Are you gonna get angry like you did in your Little Mermaid 2 review? No, I'm just gonna tell them you get nothing. There's not even an Adventure 3. And what would you do in Adventure 3, Big Bang Bot? I don't know, you can play the tracks in reverse, and then there'll be an Adventure 4 where you can play the tracks in reverse and in mirror. Okay, I will admit that would actually be pretty cool. But no, those modes don't exist. But what do you get after you beat Adventure 4? I guess you could unlock Wizpig. Cool enough prize, I guess? You can play as him in the DS version, but this is the N64 version, so meh. Who cares? Well, I do, Big Bang Bot. Oh, just shush, Diddy. No one cares about you. Well, I care about myself. Just shut up, Diddy, okay? Another thing that I'm not really a big fan of is that you can't always use every vehicle on every track. But what if there was a water track? Cars would work terribly in them. Okay, I can accept cars not being in water tracks. I can accept that. But planes not being in some tracks? Planes should be available in every track. So should the hover car. The car I can accept, but the hovercraft and the planes, they should be in every track, but they're not, unfortunately. Just to let you know, every track has a predetermined car that you must use when you're playing the track for the first time, and when you want to beat TT, and when you're going for the silver coins. For example, in Star City, that predetermined car or vehicle is the car. And speaking of Star City, this upcoming turn, or that turn that just happened could just go itself in hell. It's just so annoying. If you fall off, you have to drive all the way back here, and it just wastes so much time, and it's just fatal if you're playing in the trophy race. It's just so annoying, but everything else about the game is just great. The controls are mostly great, the graphics are great, the music is great, the controls, like I mentioned, are great. You mentioned controls twice, Big Bang Bot. Oh, shut up, Diddy. The tracks are great, and overall, the game is just great. I definitely recommend this game. It's just a fun game. TT, while his time trials are annoying, unlocking him is the most satisfying thing ever, and he is really fun to play as many choose how overpowered he is. And yeah, that's practically all I have to say about the game. Really? Overall, Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64 is hot. What? That's not an opinion on a video game. No, really, Diddy Kong, feel it. The cartridge is actually quite hot. Oh yeah, it is. But you're supposed to talk about your opinions on the game. Oh, I'm sorry, Diddy. Anyway, this game is great. The graphics are great, the music is great, the controls are great. Everything in this game is great. While the game can get really frustrating sometimes, it is still a really fun game, which I definitely recommend. I give this game an A. I love the variety, I love the track design, the game is very fun, and overall, it's a game that I definitely recommend you get for your Nintendo 64. This is the 6th best-selling game on the system, and I can see why. It's such a fun game. That's my opinions on the game. I practically agree with Big Bang Ball. This is the best game I've ever been in. Ever. Really? Yes, not even Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze can match up to this game's amazingness. Well, I've never played Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. But I don't care. This game gets an S. This is my favourite game of all time. It's got me in it, and it's so much fun. I love this game. It may be hard, but I still love it. This game is just amazing. Go buy it right now for the N64. The DS version is worse, so go buy the N64 version, not the DS version. Don't play the DS version, Diddy. I don't care. It's still worse. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching this very long review. No, seriously, Big Bang Bot. This review is so long. It's like 40 minutes long. I know, Diddy. I know. But if you compare it to Clement's Sonic 06 review or Darkness to Curse's second Sonic 06 review, then this review is extremely short. But it's still a really long review. Oh, shut up, Diddy. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Don't subscribe because this is not my channel. But this is Big Bang Bot's channel, not mine. Actually, please subscribe, guys. Diddy is just annoying. I'm not annoying. I'm Diddy. Just stop being annoying, Diddy. Anyway, it's a Big Bang Bot and Diddy Kong signing out.